Hello recruits, and welcome to this video in which we are going over the practical side of how we can attack services on ports which are open. So this first thing to understand is we've got two machines. This is one machine. You can see it's user 202's machine, right? And then this here, this is a different machine. This is SR, Shadow Recruit 202's machine. So this is the attacking machine, and we're going to attack this. This is the victim machine. Okay, IP addresses. We spoke about it. Let's open the terminal. And I'm going to just check the IP address of our attacking machine. And I can use this command to do so. And actually we've got two IP addresses, but the one we're interested in here is this one, right there. 10.10.10, that's the subnet, that's the network, and then .2. So you can see this is machine number 2, right? This is machine number 2 on the 10.10.10 network. Okay, and that's our attacking machine. Now let's just prove that this machine is indeed a different machine, so it's at a different IP address. You can use the same command, of course. And on network 10.10.10, this is 202. It's not 2, this is 202. Two different machines. Okay, so let's just maximize this here. And this, as you can see, we're back onto machine number 2, back onto the attacking machine right here. Okay, one thing I can do, I can use a command called ping. And ping is just checking if the machine is there, if a machine is there. So I'm going to try an IP address. I'm going to say, hey, are you there? So I'm going to ping. I'm going to not just ping forever. So I'm going to give it a count. I'm going to do it 3 times. I'm going to say, hello, you there? Hello, you there? Hello, you there? And then I'll just say which machine do I want to check. Well, it's 10.10.10.202. And you can see it is there. 64 bytes coming back is a good sign. That's straight away I know it's coming back. But here is definite proof of it. We sent 3 packets of data, we got 3 back, so we received 3 packets of data back and 0% of packet loss. Okay, so we got 3 received back. So we sent a ping and we got a ping reply 3 times. Now, if the machine's not there, so if the IP address does not have a machine, so let's go to 203, you'll see how it's different, right? Okay, so it's not working, right? It's 3 packets transmitted, 0 received, right? We're getting nothing back, and we're getting full loss of packets. So this is saying, well, it's not there. There's nothing there. Okay, but this one is saying, yes, it is there, and you sent 3 and you got 3 responses. So ping is kind of like shouting, hello, are you there? And here it's shouting back, yes, I am. Now the problem with ping is lots of people configure it so that it doesn't reply, even if it's there. Even if there's a machine listening, it won't actually respond because it's been programmed not to respond, because people know that attackers like to use a ping to see what's there and what they can attack. So it's kind of like you're shouting into a room, are you there? And somebody is there, but they have been told by somebody else not to reply. So they just remain quiet, and we don't know, is there anybody there or not? So we're going to use Nmap. Very, very awesome tool. It's powerful too. So we're going to use superuser_do. And then Nmap tool, you'll get to know this very well, I hope. And we're going to use something called a SYN scan, and that's the flag. It's a small s and a big S. This is a sneaky scan. This is checking if somebody's in. If we go back to the house analogy, checking if somebody's in by knocking quietly on the door and waiting in the corridor. If the door opens, somebody pokes a head out and we disappear. Right? They say, is there anybody there? And we just disappear, become invisible. It's sneaky, but we know that there's somebody in because that door opens slightly, right? It's called a SYN scan. So we're going to check which door number 22. Doors, remember, are ports. So port 22, because SSH might be listing on port 22. It could be elsewhere, but this is the common port for SSH, okay? And we're going to check, well, which machine? Well, 10.10.10.202. And of course we need this, because we're using sudo. And there we go. This is what we're looking for. This is gold dust, right? It's open. This port is open. It's listening for connections, and it's the service SSH. Now we can try to attack it. First of all, we have to know which ports are open, and then we can see which services are there, and then we say, well, how can we attack them, right? Okay, let's just see what happens with a port which won't have anything listed, just so you can see the difference. Port 25, knock on the door, no response at all, it's closed. The service would be SMTP typically, don't worry about that, but it's closed. So we're not going to try and attack this because it's closed, there's no point. But we can try to attack SSH. So Nmap is really important. So just to show you that again, this is kind of the first thing you'll want to do is use Nmap to do a SYN scan, a sneaky scan against port 22, and you're just going to put the IP address of the victim machine there. And if it's open, you can now try to get on. We're going to use old credentials in the main mission. We've given you some old credentials of agents, so usernames, passwords. Some of them might work, one of them might work, none of them might work. But if you can even get one working, you can hack onto that machine, that mysterious Node 17, you can get onto it. Okay, now I actually do know the user name and password of the victim machine. So kind of like pretending that I've got those from somewhere. They've been leaked, I've looted them, I've got them from somewhere. So how do I do SSH? Well, SSH, like that. Then I'm going to put the username and it's going to be user202, that's our victim. And then we use @ and the machine where we are hacking onto, this one here. And it will prompt us for user202's password, not my password, not Shadow Recruit 202's password, but user202's password, just to check that you are user202. And this is why we need to steal, loot, find credentials, passwords, or use old ones. Very common, recruits, that people keep using the same passwords for different services, so it's always worth trying old passwords or passwords we found elsewhere. Always worth trying them with different services and different machines and different accounts online, of course, when we get to the web side of things. Okay, so password, I actually know it, so I'll just put it in. Now, if this works, we will get access to the victim machine. We will have hacked it, our first hack, right? Cock-a-doodle-doo, there we go, right? That's our first hack. We've got what we call a shell. And this is the gold standard. This is really what we want here, is to get a shell onto that machine. Who am I? User 202, right? Let's check the IP address. We should see, and we do see, that it's number 202, not anymore our attacking machine. We are still on our attacking machine, right? It's here. This is still machine number 2. And if I open a new terminal, so if I open a new terminal and I run the IP address in a fresh terminal, so I'm not in the secure shell, I'm not in the shell, I'm just working on my normal attacking machine. You still see it's number 2 still, right? But this shell is now at 202. So I'm working on that machine. It's pretty cool. How cool is that? I'm working on that machine. Let's just list what's there in home of user 202. I don't see any files. And if I just come out of this and actually go directly onto that victim machine and clear it, so you can see we're in the same directory and you can see there's nothing there. Okay, so that's like the legitimate user on their workstation at work or home. Now let's leave them a little message. So echo, and it's going to be, hello, I have hacked your machine, have a nice day kind of thing, right? And we're going to echo it into a text file, echo into, I've already done echo, I'm talking and trying to code and hack at the same time, into hello.txt. So we call it hello.txt, there we go, list, it's there. I'm going to exit, disappear, poof, gone. I'm no longer in that machine, I'm no longer in that machine, it was not me, don't know what you're talking about, right? I didn't hack onto that machine, it's closed. And now you can see I'm back into my normal attacking machine, machine number 2. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the world, the poor old victim over here, they log onto their machine and they list out the contents and they see, looky here, a new text file has appeared. They did not create it, right? They did not create it, somebody else created it, the hacker created it. Oh dear. Gets a little bit scary. What else have they been doing on my machine? What else have they been looking at? Have they been going into my documents? Have they been looking at all my secret stuff I don't want anybody to see? Have they created other things? Right, what have they been up to? So kind of a little bit scary, but let's have a look, and you can see it is indeed the same message is there. Let's remove it. Don't want to see that there. And that's our first hack, right? So your mission is to hack onto Node 17 and find out what's going on. All the details on the mission card. Please watch this video again if you need to. Essentially, you're going to be using Nmap. You're going to be scanning for open ports, especially port 22. And then you're going to be trying those old credentials we gave you of previous agents to see if you can SSH and get a shell onto Node 17. And hopefully you can, and you can let us know what's going on, because it's kind of sinister what's going on over there, right? Okay, so be careful with it, recruits. And as always, until next time, take care.